Today, we are preparing for 2025 Winter Wonderland Apocalypse. Now, I know every single year, every tattoo artist gets psychologically prepared for how hard it's going to be moving into the holiday season. And it's common, it's been happening for so long. But the one thing that most artists lack is the ability of giving out gratitude and sharing with others in these times, because obviously we as artists tend to struggle. But when that becomes your platform, when you say we're artists too and we are struggling, then all of a sudden you make it about you. You know, you're more worried about how little money you can make for each experience than you are how it is you can take each experience and give back to others, which then helps you build a marketing campaign and solidify your brand as someone who works in a local community. Now, the biggest issue is we've worked so diligently on social media for so long that we've forgotten about what it is we can do in our local areas to be able to really build a reputable brand with our communities. So one thing that I have a lot of artists do, whether I'm working with them or they work at Legacy with us or just recommendations that I give, is find a charity that you can partner with. Find a nonprofit in your area that you can partner with for the slow season, so that you can have collaboration posts. You can sit down, you can meet with these people, you can document, you can shake hands, you can become an active part of their growth because they struggle too, all right? But here's the thing. As artists, we know that we are not just going to do things for others if we don't have the resources to be able to give back in that way. So partnering with them is a really good fucking option, solely because if we do this, it's not only building a really strong community brand, it's also giving you the feel goods because you're doing something significant for someone else in need or something else in need. We're also creating a marketing campaign that get people more involved. We give people the feel goods to be a part of the process. So here's how we do that. We figure out what our brand is. We find a charity that aligns with that, with the mission, with the message, with what it is we personally represent, aside from just being a product producer. And we start to raise money through our product to be able to share with that charity, with that nonprofit. Now, the way that this works is actually fairly simple. You want to find that charity. You want to make an announcement collaborating with that charity that you are going to donate 50% of all deposits accumulated between now and maybe a week or two before Christmas. So you're donating 50% of those deposits to this charity. You're doing a lot of marketing campaigns. This is not only going to bring people to you, but it's also going to give people the opportunity to know that you're more than just a panhandler, tattoo artist, or creative. So the way that we usually break this down is in a few different ways. If you want to keep it low, keep it easy, keep it simple, but still stack your books, you want to figure out a way to donate money based on the deposits accumulated to that charity. You can do that through cash donations. You can do that through people making donations with canned goods or items, whatever the case may be. I do tats for cats and other animals every year. And we've skipped a few years in the midst just because of the madness, but I really like doing stuff for the animals because we live in the Midwest. So as it gets colder, more animals come into animal shelters. So I find non-federally funded animal shelters that we can partner with, and we'll take dry food, wet food, bedding, blankets, toys, puppy pads, the list goes on. So many different things. And that will cover half of the deposit. And with the way that I have my deposit process set up, people can save like $100 to $150 just by bringing in bedding for dogs and cats. You know what I mean? And then you partner with that charity and you do like a marketing strategy at the end where you two meet, you do the exchange, you talk about why this is important to these animals or to these people or to these families or to the community as a whole. And that does a lot. All right. That's going to create community outreach. That's going to create brand recognition. It's going to make people realize that you are more than just a product producer and a panhandling tattoo artist. It's going to get you more involved with your local community. It's also free of charge in a roundabout way to have a really good marketing campaign for people to see you, know you, be a part of your process, and stack your books. Now, the nice part about this is most people do Toys for Tots. Now, I'm not against Toys for Tots by any stretch of the imagination, but when Everywhere does it, It just becomes another place a person can go. What charity can you partner with that no one else is representing in that season? Toys for Tots is very common. So allow those places to be that. Find something that aligns with you. So, one of our artists, Patrick, one of my favorite people on the planet, worked together for a year. We have a very similar avatar, and our avatar is our ideal client profile. We work specifically with men within a certain income range who have more family values, more, say, more conservative values. Their husbands, their fathers, they have interests that are different than most people that you would imagine would be like coming into tattoo studios. So we have a lot more of a refined, a lot more of a dialed process. So we pick charities that those people would usually want to be a part of. Then when doing so, we're not only standing out in the market we wish to serve, we're getting these people to be a part of our process to donate to still be able to get in for their tattoo. Plus, we are stacking our books between now and then if you don't have those bookings. Now, I'm personally booked out until I think I'm booking March and April right now, but this at least kind of pushes people past the goal line to be able to get them into my books, to be able to have those conversations about big, cool tattoos they wish to get. This also gives them the opportunity to really preach to their friends, to their social circles about what it is that I do differently than competitive artists in my area that their friends may be working with. Now, I know it seems like it's all above and beyond, it's too much, whatever, or maybe you do this. But what it boils down to is as we break down our brand, say you're shopping for coffee, all right? I personally, I use either Death Wish or Black Rifle coffee. And a lot of people ask, well, why? Because coffee is coffee is coffee is coffee is coffee. Exactly. And that's why, is when you're shopping for coffee and all you see is name brand bullshit, cheap bullshit, name brand bullshit, cheap bullshit, and then brands that have quality packaging, brands that stand for something. They have it together, and those are the people that I usually go to because they represent something that I can align with. The reason branding works really well in tattooing now is because the market at the most common level is so saturated that you have to do something that's going to make you stand out in that market. So moving into it, say that you want to be the Black Rifle of the tattoo industry, meaning you represent like veterans, patriotism, first responders, and anyone who truly has conservative values. Okay, you are going to probably repel anyone who does not believe in that, which in my opinion is fine because you don't need to worry about serving everyone. You need to worry about serving the right ones. So pick a charity that aligns with that mission, with that message, and with that brand. So you are going to start to polarize yourself to be able to work with those people. And the nice part about the way the world is right now, while everybody has their ideology and their political politics, not many people are ballsy enough to say, I have conservative values. I have family values. This is what I represent. This is what I believe in. And these are the people that I'm choosing to help this holiday season. You will get clients that will come to you that represent what it is you stand for and that want to be a part of your process. Because a lot of my conservative clients just want a place they can go where they don't feel like they're going to get some virtue signaling speech or be around a bunch of people they don't enjoy being around because of all of the opinion and all of the boasting and all of the bullshit. So this is an idea that performs really well for those artists who are struggling with slow season year after year after year. The nice part about this process is it's something you can do 2 to 3 times a year. If you, where you're located, struggle with bookings in seasonal shifts, a lot of people have the issue with Christmas. A lot of people have the issue with kids going back to school. A lot of people have the issue with getting ready for summer break. So start running campaigns like this. Do something that will bring people in or get the interest of individuals so that you can really re-spark all of that community outreach. Social media is amazing, but your local community is better because those are the people you can tattoo quicker. Those are the people that you can get the attention from on a one-on-one basis, which is what tattooing is. The thing that we missed the mark on was the fact that everyone got so excited and so eager about having a huge following that they forgot that you need paying clients coming in the fucking door. And especially with slow season being more impactful and more painful for a lot of people because it seemed like it started way earlier for a lot of people, you need to have a system in place. The reason we talk so much about systems is you can rely on them to perform. The reason these systems are important is because it teaches you accountability and consistency to keep up with these standard operating procedures that you've implemented. So you're not going to need to struggle with what everyone else struggles with because no one else has the consistency to follow through with a system that is going to get them past that goal line. So I like to let this video out a little early because we still have 6 or 7 weeks, maybe longer, until Christmas. So you can get ahead of the curve. You can do the things that are going to perform and get the attention and start to solidify your brand in that local community. If you have any questions, if this is something you're interested in, we built a Skool community solely based around marketing, branding, content creation, financial literacy, how to set yourself up with investments to be able to provide a future that you had always dreamed of for not only yourself, but your family and your studios, all of it. I love the work we get to do. The only request that we have from you is to just do the stuff. The force of focus cannot be successful if the artists we work with are not successful. And you have to be willing to do the work as we continuously provide you with the value. If this is something that you're interested in, there's going to be a link in the description below. If you're on the fence about it, hell, like, comment, and subscribe because I'm going to put these out 2 to 3 times a week, giving you all of the information that you are going to need to be able to not only change your belief systems, but change your approach to how it is you look at your tattoo career moving forward because you know it is not the same it used to be. Everything is changing to more of an industry standard, and there's nothing we can do about that. So I'm giving you all of the information that I have from working in a multitude of different industries over the years because industry growth happens in the same patterns. And we are in the fertile stages right now in tattooing, so we can forecast the growth and the transitions that will occur so that you can get in front of the curve and get you to where you want to go. So again, like, comment, subscribe, click the link below. Watch some of the free videos we have out there. I want to design this YouTube as the best free resource for every tattoo artist. Guidance, interaction, and community work happens in Skool, but here you're going to get all the information. You know, there's just a lot more interaction, a lot more Q&A on the other side, a lot more guidance, and a lot more accountability. So have an amazing day. Apply this stuff. Find a charity, work with a charity, become a bigger, better brand, speak directly to the consumers you wish to serve, and let's have an amazing fucking holiday season.